Birmingham City University, we've got 29,000 students, all within a very similar age gap, I would say, within the university. So the subject we want to talk about today is diversity and inclusion. It's a huge subject. It's a very important subject. We feel, as a society, that we've made some great strides in these areas. But I really would like to talk to you, Matthew, today to understand the challenges, the issues in diversity and inclusion, because one of the great things that when I last spoke to you that I learned about diversity and inclusion is that it does affect everybody. And it's not just particular segments or areas of society or people within society, it's everybody. And it's important that we take everybody on that journey. And I just know here at Birmingham City University with 29,000 students all arriving at the same time, you think, gosh, that must be a challenge.
I think one of the most important things around inclusion and diversity is absolutely recognising your own intersectionality and what that means. For myself, I can describe myself and my intersectionalities. So thank you for the introduction. My name is Matthew Kenworthy Gomes. My pronouns are he, him. I am a Cornish Hispanic, cis-gendered, gay man.
Fantastic.
And with lots of other intersectionalities as well. So I'm also dyslexic. I find it really difficult to actually express words in audibly. So even speaking, I find difficult, and definitely written word as well.
Okay. Well, that doesn't come across today, Matthew. You've obviously managed that and handled that, exceptionally well. Because obviously today that doesn't come across. Fantastic. Well done you.
Yeah, and actually to be able to recognise those intersectionalities is we are all beautifully different. And being able to celebrate that, being able to comfortably talk about that, building in who you are within that expression of authentic self. And there's loads of articles of people trying to find or develop what that authenticity is or what that authentic self is. And kind of definitely within the university and that movement of so many people, it's going to be the biggest change from a college or a school where you've kind of lived and grown up your entire life, and that the potential change to move to a different location and kind of go, oh, maybe I can redefine myself, or maybe I can look at other things or new sports or new things that I've never been able to look at before, but I've had an interest in. And that opens up so many amazing opportunities, but obviously lots and lots of challenges as well.
So what do you think then, Matthew? You're an 18-year-old, you're away from home for the first time, you come to university, and as you say, all of these opportunities now present. What advice would you give to a young person today in actually finding themselves, their inner selves, and who they really are, and how they become the person they want to be?
I think from my own experience going to university and absolutely watching my friends go to university, it's so exciting to be able to go to a different location because you may have grown up, been to primary school, secondary school, college in the same place, but you may have had lots of different interests that you may have not ever had the opportunity to go off and explore in your location. And really, that level of anxiety is because there's new stuff, but actually you've already made the biggest new thing or the biggest jump that you're ever going to do by moving into university or going to a different location. And that's the big jump there. Expressing or finding different things within that location, that's the exciting thing. And being able to find those. So, for example, for myself, I'm from Cornwall. Cornwall is 99 or 98.5% white. So culturally very, very different to inner city Birmingham or Cardiff. And I made sure that actually I went to the heart of different cultures, and I wanted to be able to explore different foods, different people, different music, different experiences. To kind of, I suppose, probably the cheapest way is kind of expressing that you're going to travel the world, but through people and exploring different people. And that built a real innate confidence inside of myself because I was able to learn a little bit, because I didn't know everything, but absolutely not, a little bit about different people and how they live and what they do. And that opened up my eyes as well to different cultures, different ethnic identities, different people, different ways of being. And it made sure that I learned a little bit and gave me that kind of personal knowledge and expression.
Yeah,
so yeah, definitely find all the new things and do them all.
Do them all. Do them all. And what about safety in a safe environment?
Yeah. So, and what I mean about that is, obviously in safe environments, but you kind of have to think that when you're in uni, that you have different unions and different kind of what are they called, groups and societies to be able to join in with. And when you go to a freshers fair, all of these societies are kind of getting you to come in to get involved with what they do. Try and see how many of those you can do, because when you stick with one thing, you may not be, I suppose, exposed to different people, different ways of thought, and the more different ways of thought, the more culturally accepting you become, and the better you are at understanding of different ways of living.
Yeah. So join in, do as much as you can, experience as much as you can, and embrace it. Embrace the opportunity and follow the path.
Absolutely, because again, we're talking about inclusion and diversity, and if you want to be able to better understand education, move and progress within university, how you learn how to approach and listen and talk to people is going to progress your career. It's potentially maybe even a selfish thing with that idea, because the more you get in tune with other people, the more you can listen to other people, the more you learn of how particular groups of people do business or do work, whether it's science or whether it's arts, whether it's sport, whether it's literature, then actually you've got a better way of communicating your ideas and what you want to be able to do for potentially the rest of your life.
Absolutely. You, if we talk about your experience, you went to Cardiff University, and how did you find Cardiff with and how they dealt with diversity and inclusion? How was your experience?
So myself went to Cardiff University, actually studied a master's in astrophysics, and to be honest, I don't really think they did at the time. I don't think it was very much a focus or a conversation, and kind of stumbled my way through the LGBTQ plus community, meeting friends. I think there was a group that kind of did stuff and connected with different activities. And there were other cultural elements through music and sport that I stumbled across. But I think for me, if there had been more conversation around that, if there had been more understanding, if it was kind of fed into everything that was going on, there would have been much more support. So going into physics, for example, it's very much a male-dominated, sciences are, but most definitely physics is a male-dominated subject. And we need more women, we need more non-binary people to access physics, because again, we need more diversity of thought, because if men are all together, potentially there is only one way of thinking, and there's little diversity, there's little changes. And look, one of the most amazing people was a physicist, Einstein, and he absolutely said that if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity. So you've got to change things up, and we need different people within different sectors to change things and be innovative.